Welcome to this week's episode of Rise with Michelle. If you've been feeling stretched thin, overwhelmed, or like your strength is starting to cost you something, this conversation is going to speak directly to you. Today, we're talking about the quiet breaking you don't talk about, the one you've been carrying alone. There's a kind of breaking that doesn't look like it. No meltdown, no dramatic moment, nothing anyone else would notice. It's quieter, it's slower, it's something only you feel. It's the heaviness you wake up with, the tension in your chest, the spinning thoughts, even on calm days, the emotional weight that hits out of nowhere, the exhaustion that makes everything feel a little too loud and a little too much. It's that private moment where you think, I can't keep doing this by myself. This is the breaking you don't talk about, the one hidden beneath your strength. You think breaking is a failure, but it's really the opening, because the moment you stop carrying everything alone, your system begins to shift in ways you can finally feel. Your body stops bracing for impact. Your mind stops spiraling. Your emotions stop ruling you. Your heart loosens, it grips on fear. Your relationships soften. Something steadier rises. You begin trusting your voice again. You respond instead of react. You feel present instead of managing yourself. You let people in without shrinking. You stop replaying old patterns in new moments. You stop bleeding old wounds on people who didn't cut you. There is a version of you waiting on the other side of support, and it feels steady, grounded, connected, and more you than the version that learned to survive alone. This is what becomes possible when you stop holding everything by yourself. I know this moment intimately. Years of holding everything together, years of being the strong one, years of masking overwhelm with productivity, years of carrying weight I couldn't name, years of pushing through because I didn't know another way to be. And I know what it feels like to be in a room and feel completely alone in your own thoughts. I know what it feels like to not fall apart because you're afraid you won't get back up. My breaking wasn't loud, it was quiet, but constant. And the rebuilding wasn't about becoming stronger. It was about finally understanding the weight I wasn't meant to carry alone. Everything I teach now comes from walking through my own quiet breaking and rebuilding from the inside out. This work is lived. It is embodied. And there's a saying I like by Dr. J. Tita, and it says, easy is earned. Most people don't realize this. Your overwhelm isn't random. Your shutdown isn't weakness. Your emotional swings aren't flaws. They come from mud and soil, misguided, unconscious decisions, the internal survival choices your system made before you had language for what was happening. And what about soil? These are stories of illusion and limitation. The emotional environments, expectations, and pressure that shaped who you thought you had to be. Together, they become the blueprint. Your life keeps repeating. Your nervous system becomes loyal to the version of you that survived, even if that version is now keeping you stuck. This moment matters because if nothing interrupts that pattern, it doesn't go away. It only deepens. You're not running out of willpower. You're running out of support. This is why I built the R.I.S.E framework. And it's reclaim the parts of you. Yes, you, the ones that you abandoned to stay strong. Inspire a new direction so your life stops orbiting around overwhelm. Strengthen your emotional foundation and nervous system. Empower the identity you were always meant to lead from. It's your time. It's your time to rewrite the survival story, rewire the emotional and neurological responses tied to it, retrain the system to rise instead of brace. And this is how patterns stop repeating. This is how change becomes sustainable. This is how you return to yourself, not through effort, but through transformation. So if something in you softened, then this is your moment. You were never meant to carry your becoming alone. And inside the Rise Tribe All Access, you're supported, witnessed, and held in a way your system has needed for years. And this is where the real work lands. This is where your story shifts. This is where the rise truly begins. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I would love for you to subscribe, like, and comment. And please go subscribe on my Substack under Michelle L. Potter. And that's where the deeper long form pieces drop. And if you're listening on Substack, please subscribe, like, and comment, and then come watch the full episode on my YouTube channel on Naturally Thriving with Michelle. And would love for you to subscribe. Both places will meet you in the in-between. Both places help you become who you're meant to be. So thank you for being here. See you next week. Same space, same heart. Until then, keep rising. We're not broken. We're in the in-between and still rising.